Alongside Jesse Simonton, I'm Austin Price for the S&P Stock Report. This Florida Week edition. Jesse, stock up for you this week.
You know, you gave a shout out to the glue guys last week. One of these guys was Austin Pope, but I'm going to give a shout out to the whole tight end group. You know, I thought they played really well Saturday, probably their best performance of the season. Pope's been a stalwart in that 12 personnel package. You know, Tennessee's running behind 81 a lot, but Dominique Wood-Anderson kind of came back from a foot injury. He was really physical as a run blocker. They used Jerome Carvin, Riley Locklear as kind of the extra heavy packages. Maybe that's an answer to some of their short yardage problems. And then after the game, even Jeremy Pruitt said, hey, we need to get Princeton Fant the ball a little bit. Fant had a big catch and run. Can he be that tight end number 3 that the unit's looking for? Stock up to the tight ends this week.
I'm going to go stock up Henry To'oTo'o. I mean, the guy's been really good through the first 3 games of the season. Did I think he would be this good? No. Did I think he would be good? Yes. Did I think he would play? Yes. But, I mean, literally, Jeremy even mentioned quite possibly Tennessee's best defensive player through the first 3 weeks. Now he gets Daniel Batuli back. Got him back a little bit on Saturday. Now he gets him back beside him more full-time this Saturday against Florida. I think that only helps Henry to play more free, more loose. But this is the type of game he came to Tennessee to play in. The spotlight's going to be right on him. Swamp, crowd. It's going to be a different atmosphere, a different animal going
Florida
on the road.
Florida has some playmakers, and he's going to have to make some plays.
That's right. But if anybody's up to the challenge, I think it's number 11. Stock down for you.
Stock down for me has got to be Alontae Taylor. I mean, he's just kind of in the doghouse right now, and it's not the one play against BYU. I think it's been kind of a continuation of the last month or so. Pruitt continues to seem to kind of challenge him publicly, even if he doesn't necessarily say his name, but talking about kind of effort, practice habits, kind of bringing it every day. It was certainly notable, caught a lot of people's eyes that, it was Kenneth George, not Alontae Taylor, who got the start on Saturday. George got about every single snap with the first and then second team. Alontae was running with the 2s and then 3s and 4s. Pruitt was asked about it Monday. Will he start on Saturday? It's going to be dependent on this week in practice. We'll see. I mean, I would certainly bet right now that 41 is going to be the starter, unless it's another guy we may talk about here in a second.
Unless it's number 20. Stock down for me would be just Tennessee's defensive line. Chattanooga made plays in the run game.
No tackles for loss, no pressure.
BYU, when they wanted to run it, they could run it. They just got too pass happy and allowed that to kind of be their calling card when they played Tennessee, and then of course Georgia State. So, can Tennessee's defensive line rise to the occasion? Jeremy mentioned he thought Aubrey Solomon's been pretty good through 3 games. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's kind of been hit and miss.
He's been like the guys that Jeremy says everybody else. They're all the same.
Inconsistency. So, in my mind, Tennessee's defensive line's got to be much better because Florida doesn't run it great. Their offensive line's not spectacular, but that don't mean they can't look good against this defensive line. So I go stock down defensive line. Stock stagnant for you.
Stock stagnant for me is going to be the guy we just kind of teased, Bryce Thompson. What's his situation? Jeremy Pruitt said, he hasn't decided yet if number 20 is going to be on the travel roster Saturday. Perhaps we'll know more later in the week. Right now, we don't know. We know he's going to be practicing. We know he's going to be out there working with his teammates. I think it would behoove Tennessee to have Bryce Thompson, obviously. He's one of their best players, one of their best cornerbacks. But if he's not out there, I would say Kenneth George and not Alontae Taylor is likely to get the nod opposite of freshman Warren Burrell.
Stock stagnant for me, number 2. Jarrett Guarantano. First 2 games, not very good. Last week, 7 of 8 through the initial pass that could have easily been picked off. But after that, perfect. 7 for 7. And you're right, career high with 3 touchdowns. I just don't think it was Chattanooga.
Is he out of the funk? We'll find out Saturday.
But again, just making plays is making plays, and I get like they're not very good, but they couldn't do anything the first couple of weeks offensively in the throw game. So I go stock stagnant Guarantano. We'll see Saturday if he's ready for the stage down in Florida. This is a game that honestly he could go out and have himself a day, but he could also go out there and be the reason Tennessee comes back home with a loss. So that's the biggest reason I go stock stagnant. For Jesse Simonton, I'm Austin Price for the S&P Stock Report.